Good morning, outdoor enthusiasts. I'm here at 4 Mile Creek State Park Campground, and I'm going to walk through and show you each and every campsite. Now there's over 300 campsites, so what I'm going to do is split it up into 3 different videos. This video will feature the 100s, and the other videos will feature campsites in the 200s and 300s respectively. So I hope you enjoy. Keep in mind that some of the campsites will not be shown in numerical order. It's just how this campground is laid out, but I will absolutely show each and every campsite, so hopefully you'll be able to find one that suits you best. And I'll just tell you now, it's an absolutely gorgeous campground right here on Lake Ontario. I gotta say, this wasn't my most cohesive campground walkthrough. Honestly, I wasn't feeling good at all, but I was only there for one night, so I really wanted to film these campsites for y'all. So I really do hope you find this helpful, and if you do, please like and subscribe. It lets me know that it's helpful. The map I'm showing you here has a legend that will show you which sites have 30 amp and which have 50 amp. None of the sites have water hookups. There are several water spigots throughout though. If you're fortunate enough to be near a water spigot, if you want to tap into it, you have to bring a splitter with you. Also important to note, there's no sewer hookups on site, but 2 dump stations are available. For those that just want to get right to it here, these are the best sites in my opinion. These are close to the water. You got your registration office right here where you stop and you check in. And they do have a little bit of parking right along here. Starting off here on the left, number 2. On the right, number 3. On the left, number 4. On the right, number 5. And they do have 30 and 50 amp sites. On the left there, number 6. Right, number 7. Left, 8. Right, 9. Ten, 11. 12. 13 on the right with the white truck. $14 right there with the Class A. $15. Looking for 15. Yes, 15 right across the way there.
16 right over here, it's empty. 17 right there with the tent. 18 right there. 19 right over here, backs up to the woods. And 20 is right there. 21 back here on the right. 22 left with the truck camper. 23 right there with the red vehicle. 24 right there. And notice that most of the parking areas are just grass. There's really not much gravel. 25 back here on the right. 26 left, big fifth wheel. 27 back on the right with the Pioneer. 28 right there. 29 back here on the right. A lot of these are empty today. 30 there on the left with the rockwood. 31 back here on the right. 32 back here on the left. 33 on the right. 34 back here on the left. It also has a water spigot right in front of it. Now that's important because there's no water at each site. 35 on the right. It's kind of muddy there. 36 on the left there. 37 back on the right. 38 on the left. 39 back on the right. I love that tree. 40 here on the left. And then they do have some yurts here on the right. I believe there's 5 of them. Right down that little driveway there. The order is going to get a little out of place now. It's just how it's ordered, but I will still show every site. So now this is site 79 here on the right. And there's 42 there on the left. 81 right here. We're gonna come back this way for now. And we got 44 right there.
I almost missed Site 46, but it's right here between the rockwood and the tent.
7 right there. 49 right next to it with the big bus there. $48 right there with the tent. And that's 51 right there. Also next to water. And then we've got 50 right here. 53 right there on the right, also close to the water. 52 right there. And 50, I don't know if I said 53, but 53 far right, and then 55 right here with the fifth wheel. 54 right here. 57 right there.
56 is just to the right of this big tree right here.
59 right there with the big Class A. 58 back here on the left. And 61 right there. 60 right there. And we got 63 right there. $62 right there. 64 right next to it, right there. 65 is that really beautiful fifth wheel there. There's water right there. 66 right there. And 68 is right here on the left, right next to that big beautiful tree. And right across from it here we have one of our bathhouses and the dumpsters. $70 right here. $72 right here. Let's see what number this is. 74 right there. And 76 right next to it. on the corner here. And I'm going to get my orientation together and we'll pick up. Okay, so we've made a little loop. There's the registration office straight ahead of us. So we're gonna make this right now. We have one of our dump stations right there ahead of me to the left. All right, let's pick up with these numbers.
I tried to slow this down so you can see it. 154 is actually right here to the right of this big Class A, and the Class A is in site 152.
Big Class A, that should be
Site 150 and site 148 immediately to the left here. Right here with the blue tents is site 146.
I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and get this one too. We got 141. And as you can see, that's likely just a tent site. Okay.
We have 144 here, and then 142 is right next to it, immediately to the left there. So these are very, very close together.
$139 right there. That one's kind of cool because it sits way back there. Got 140. $137 is right here, right next to 139. And then we've got 140 right here. Then you got 138 right here, right in front of the water. Got 136 right next to it. $134. $132 right there. $130 right there. That's occupied. $130 believe this is 133 or 131, guys. It's getting a little confusing, to be honest with you. But if you book 133 or 131, you get a general idea. Okay. Okay, I think that was 131 right there. Okay. That far end on the corner was the 133. So 133 far end, 131 right here, and 129 is right here between those two trees. Let's come back over here. We got 128 right through there, and 126, which is right next to it, right there. $127 is right here to the right of that tree where that fire ring and picnic table is. 127, all right. And then back on this side, we got 124 straight ahead of me where this big tree is. Then we got 125 right here, right next to, well, right in between these little trees. 124 right there up underneath that big tree. I think I already showed y'all 125. Yeah, right there. So this one right here should be, well, it's numbered so strange. I'll wait till I get confirmation to see what that is. Because what we're going to do now is loop back around. This campground is right there on the lake. I'll show that in just a moment. All right, it says sites 165 through 185 down this loop here. So I'm going to assume that 160, this is 166 right here on the tip here. And there's the water down there. 165 right there. 167 is way down there with the picnic table bordering the trees. The water's just behind that. 169 is right down there. 168 is right here on the left. And 171 is right down there with the tents. 170 is right here just to the left of the tree. 168 and 170 are real close, as you can see. Their picnic tables are right next to each other. And 173 right down there with the blue tent. We got 175 right there to the left, just ahead of me and to the left. $177, if I didn't say it already, is right there straight ahead. And $179 right next to it. $181 right there. It's kind of flanked by those trees, which is nice. $183 right there. $185 right there with the motorcycle. And $135 right here. It's a little corner here. I don't think I like that. And I gotta loop back through here to connect with the other loop, so I'm gonna cut this off and I'll cut it back on once I get over there. All right, picking this back up. We have 163 right here. That's empty, but let's go ahead and walk down here and show y'all that water. And just remember, straight ahead of me and to the left, that was 165. That's the one that's nice because it's right on the corner there, and it backs up to the trees, and just beyond those trees is this beautiful lake. Let's get a little closer to it. And here we are. Isn't this nice? Unfortunately, it is a pretty cloudy morning. Let me slow down and show y'all. This is a nice grassy area here. They have a picnic table, or pavilion rather, up there. Got a few benches. It's only early September, but it's already getting a little cool here. It's been in the mid to high 60s. Well, I guess I consider that cool. Not too shabby, huh? Let's go ahead and get back to showing these campsites. Okay, let's get back on track. So right here again, that was 163 that I showed, which is empty. And then across the street here, and look for 164, which should be right there ahead of me and to the right with the Vista Cruiser. Yep. And then right next to that is 162 with a white SUV. Okay, and then now the number gets a little interesting. So we have 101 right here with the truck, and 100 right there straight ahead. $103 right there. 102 right there. 105 straight ahead here. 104, this empty space right here. We got 106E. I don't know why it's got the E, but that's it right there, right next to the water. 107 right there. 108 right here on the left. And 109 here on the right. $111 straight ahead right there. And that one right there, 110. And we've got 112 right next to it with the little picnic table up under that little tree. And 113 on the right here, sandwiched between those two trees. $114 right here on the left. $115 here on the right. $116 here on the left. This one's directly in front of that bathhouse right there. I don't know if I'd appreciate all that traffic. 117 right here. $118 here on the left. This has some sort of, I guess it's a tree that was cut down. I don't know if I like that aesthetically. 119 right here. So mind you, this one backs right up to that other site, which has the tents on it, so y'all will be real close to each other. 120 back on the left. also really close to the bathroom. 121 on the right. Same thing, it backs right up to another site. All right, 123 is right here on the corner. And 122 is right here with that picnic table right up under the tree there. And we've already done that loop. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back this way and pick up on those lakeside campsites that we didn't get earlier. I'll be back in just a bit. I've mentioned it before, but yet again, here is 163 straight ahead that's empty, and 161 right there with the red truck. We're circling back and doing this loop. We have 159 right to the right of the campsite with the red truck. It backs right up to the water. Look at that. Let me get a little closer so hopefully you can see it. Isn't that nice? Water way back there. Definitely some prime sites right here. And right next to that, oh, and here's site 160 straight ahead too. Make sure I don't forget that. 157. Oh y'all, 157's got to be the best one. It backs up to the water. You're flanked by those trees there. Oh, that's gorgeous. 158, right there, straight ahead of me. 155. They gave me permission to get them on camera, so that's 158 right there. 156 is right there, straight ahead of me. And 155 is right there, if I didn't say it already, with the black van. And here's one of our bathhouses there. That's a nice bathhouse. And right there we've got a camp playground. All right, over here on the left we've got 93. Oh, isn't that nice? Aside from being right next to the bathroom, it's so nice. Tons of trees. You got the water back there in the distance. 93. And right next to it there, we've got 91. Right next to that, we've got site, should be 90. No. That's not, that's 89. That's 89 right there. And 87 right next to it. Let me see if I can figure out where 90 is. Okay guys, looking at the map here, hopefully you can see there is no 90. There's 93, 91, and it goes to 89, 87. So then 85 is right there with the big fifth wheel. 83 is right next to it here. And I believe I mentioned 81 before, but we're gonna mention it again because it's right there. Some of these might be redundant, but I just want to make sure I get them all. The order is a bit out of whack. Want to make sure everything's covered. And then 79 right there. And then there's the yurts that I showed earlier. That should be it for the 100s.
Well, that's it for the single digits through the 100s, guys. And what I'm doing now is just walking to the end of the loop. I'm going to head towards the 200s just so that I can give you a little glimpse of the camp store. But just a reminder, the 200s and the 300s will not be in this video. Check the description box below for those videos. Other than that, I will see you in the next one, and happy camping, guys.
Got our camp store. The hours are posted on the sign there. They're subject to change. Ice, firewood, all the basics.
Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope you guys enjoyed the video today and your time outdoors with me. If so, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you can join me on my next adventure. But until then, be good to yourself and do something that makes you happy today.